Ken George, President and CEO of Big Bang Entertainment and Executive Producer of Mx Vs Atv Supercross. Mx Vs Atv Supercross will be released September 9th. So we're coming out on Xbox 360 and PS3 initially, with the PC version to follow. So I'm really excited about our DLC plan because we have new gear that'll be coming out every month. Of course, we'll have OEM bikes, and every year we'll be updating those so you can keep current with the model years. We'll have new tracks, of course. That's the thing people are most excited about. Once you play through the game, you want more. So we'll have arena cross tracks. We'll have some outdoor races that feature the rhythm racing that we're, kind of trademarked. Also, we're talking about rider compounds or built around famous riders. We'd love to do that, and we're talking to some of the top guys about that. We have online play with 12 racers. You can set up your own private room, or you can go into the random matchmaking where there's you'll have various playlists set up. Every month or so we'll change up those playlists to bring variety of gameplay. Of course, there's going to be online leaderboards. Be updating the the online experience as we go. We get a lot of feedback from fans, whether it be through Facebook, Twitter. We read as much of the suggestions and feedback as we can and incorporate a lot of it. So it's kind of challenging because there's things that we know on our end, regular fans may not see on theirs about like why we made certain decisions. For example, like maybe width of the track. Our tracks are a little bit wider than they are in real life, but it's a little bit more margin of error for players as they're learning to play the game. We did a lot of testing with different track widths, and we actually focus tested with people who were very experienced with the game and people who've never played it, and then also some folks that were in between. And the track width that we have now is tested super well.
Hello, I'm Dustin Young. I'm the Senior User Experience and Interface Graphic Designer for Mx Vs Atv. A lot of what I do is developing and designing the user experience of the menus that get you into the game. I was really excited to hear that motorsport.com would be a part of our game and definitely a part of the garage aspect.
Hi, I'm Justin Walsh, Senior Software Engineer, pretty much lead and only UI developer on the Mx Vs Atv Supercross.
Ultimately, I build out the graphics and we composite those into Flash, multiple layers and setting up some of the animations and everything. And that's, getting it functional is where Justin comes in. Something unique, I guess, in particular to store is you have quite a few vehicles, and each vehicle has quite a few customization options. And with that, that starts creating massive amounts of data and permutations for how you can actually, set yourself up for riding in the game. This screen in particular, and this feature in particular, I should say, is all just exactly that, centered around massive amounts of data and then boiling that down to very defined decisions the user can make. And so with this menu, we set it up to where it's definitely a lot more user friendly, I guess you could say. You can customize your rider, your vehicle, and a multitude of different things. And getting that realism of actual brands in our game is something that no one else has, and we definitely have it. And I'm glad that the motorsport.com store has that in the game.
Hi, my name is Mike Mangala. I'm one of the senior game and level designers. So this go around we have 17 Supercross tracks, and they ramp up in difficulty while still providing a lot of depth and sort of technical lines for the advanced player. So for Supercross, we kind of evaluated a lot of the previous games throughout the franchise. We brought forward a lot of the positive gameplay elements and some of the physics tuning. And we really try to combine it for the best gameplay throughout the whole series. The track deformation is something that we developed for Reflex and carried through to Alive and then into this game. It's continued to evolve And then also being a Supercross centric game, the deformation has a little bit more of a manicured feel, as well as the tracks too. What we really try to do with this game is make it accessible yet fun. Some of the previous games were a bit restrictive and punishing should you go off track or lose your rhythm. So that's where kind of the preload and clutch come into play, and that's where a lot of the gameplay mechanics and the track designs also come into play.
My name is Brad Bowling. I'm one of the artists at Rainbow. Do predominantly environment art and animation, and done quite a lot of technical art on this title too. A lot of it was kind of a start from scratch, and so it was good to start from scratch with something to give the consumer, when they get in there, like, hey, there's this whole new environment for me to check out that I've never seen before. And from my standpoint, I look at like environments in the game as like it's one of those things where when everything blends into the background, when it just feels right and there's nothing jumping out at the consumer and the player, that's when it's right, and we've really gone to great lengths to make it feel like Supercross and to feel like that, you're out there under the lights, the crowd's going crazy, and that's what drives people forward and makes them play this game and makes it fun.